remember buying a used car from a guy one time, and as we signed the as-is warranty, he looked at me and said, well, I hope you're happy with the car. I hope it does everything you want it to. And I said, well, I know the warranty says no guarantees as to its quality, but I mean, do you know anything about it that I should know? And he answered with this statement. He said, there are two things in the world that I have never tried to predict, and I never will. And that is what a woman is thinking and when a car is going to break down. Welcome to Leading Leaders Podcast, 5-minute videos, 5 days a week. I'm J Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast. Over the last few days, there's been a lot of hubbub about, when I say last few days, maybe the last few months, about a particular rap artist who has now found a new faith, a new religion, a new set of ideals, a new set of standards. In his own words, he said, I used to tell you about what fashion industry did for me and what Hennessy has done for me, and now I want to tell you what Jesus has done for me. And personally, according to my values, that's a good thing. But there's also been some really unusual reactions, in my opinion, to those statements. And by that I mean there are a lot of people who want to look at him and simply say, well, look at everything he's done in the past. There's no way he can be a good leader in the future. Or he says he's a leader, or he doesn't claim to be a leader, and yet look at all the people that he influences. And here's one thing that I find fascinating about leadership at any level. It doesn't matter if you've just been promoted from the guy who does the tire checks to the guy who changes the tires, or from the guy who drops the french fries into the fryer to the one who runs the cash register or runs the whole shift. It doesn't matter what promotion you've gotten. Someone is thoroughly convinced that because of your past, you are disqualified to be in that leadership role. Now, if you've ever been a leader at any level, at any stage in your life, I'll promise you there has been someone waiting in the wings going, I can do that job better. I should have gotten that promotion. They didn't deserve that promotion. That was my promotion. I should have gotten that raise. That should be my title. It should be my opportunity. It's my turn. And because that's true, that someone or friends of theirs have probably also sat around saying, well, there's the reason that they shouldn't have that job. And they did this way back when. And I can't believe they did this when they were. And I can tell you, if I were to go back through my past and just list all the pros and the cons of what I've done and who I am, there's a whole lot of reason why nobody would want me anywhere on the earth. But there might be some reasons why someone would want me here. And I can't think of a single human being for who that statement is not true. There are a lot of reasons that I shouldn't be the leader. And you know what most of those are called? Experience. Yeah, we learn. In fact, John Maxwell has a book called Sometimes You Win and Sometimes You Learn. We're not losers in life because we've had experiences. We're losers in life when we quit, when we give up. Leaders are people who've had experiences and learned from them to get better. Leaders are people who've made stupid, horrendous mistakes and then done everything they can to make them right. Leaders are people who others get to poke fun at because they're out front, who others get to mock and ridicule because they're out front, who others get to undermine and opinionate against and bloviate against because they're out front. But you know what else? Leaders are also the one taking the first shot most of the time. Leaders are the ones taking the heaviest criticism most of the time. Leaders are the ones who have put everything on the line again and again and again, from their reputation to their income, their relationships for their job. On a regular basis, leaders take the hit. And unfortunately, most of those hits are what we'd call friendly fire, meaning they're coming from the team that we're trying to lead because there's someone with an ego who simply doesn't want to surrender leadership. There's someone with an ego who thinks that should have been my job, my opportunity, my paycheck. There's someone with an ego who says, I could have done it better and I'm going to do everything I can to undermine you until I get the chance to. Leadership shouldn't be like that. But I can promise you this. In the same way that my friend cannot tell you when a car is going to break down or what a woman's thinking, there is no one who can tell you what a leader is thinking now or thinking tomorrow unless you ask them. So if you want to know what your leader's up to, where they're going, ask about their vision. If you don't know what they're thinking right now, ask the question. But don't make your assumptions based on the past and the mistakes that they made before, because I'll guarantee you those are all moments of learning experience, which will make your opportunity to be led even better. I'm J Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast for Tell It Like It Is TV. Have a blessed day. Subscribe now for our extensive video library of leadership lessons promoting faith, family, and freedom.